Well, hey Pisces, how about a metal dog reading for you today? I'm going to get a little advice for you from the tarot. See what's going on. You wanted to use the good tarot today. So we'll see what the cards have to tell you, and then we'll clarify with the tarot of the wild unknown. So this is an advice spread that I use often, and I've added, because we have a lot in retrograde, a revisit card. So we'll just see what the tarot thinks. You may have decided something or thought you were finished with something, and this time with the retrogrades we can go back and look at those things again. So let's see what the cards think. So first of all, you want to release the lovers or love. Some idea of it, perhaps a lover. We will clarify. It could be a decision. The lovers is often read as a choice because when you meet your lover, that person that is your soulmate, you also have to choose that. And so you may have made a decision, and it's just time to let it go. So we'll find out more. To embrace, once you've left that love behind somehow, wonderful. The Page of Earth, a very practical new start. Just start small. Looks like fun, magical beginning. I feel like this is about being young and believing in magic again. To revisit, right? Because we're in the time of revisiting. This appears to me to be about Mercury in retrograde. You get an Ace of Air. Some idea of truth, something that you thought was true. It's time to revisit that. Or perhaps you got news and maybe you didn't look at it. You just went, oh, that happened, and you went on. Well, when everything goes backwards, it covers that ground again, so you get to look at it, And we don't really get to ignore things. The universe has a way of bringing them back up. What is hidden from you that the tarot wants you to know? There is the Fool. Perhaps you're being a fool. Perhaps there's another fool around. Perhaps this is just a beautiful, youthful, faithful energy that it's the leaper of faith, the Fool. And there seems to be magic. There's the Page of Earth, this embrace, and he is looking towards her, and she looks towards him. There's a little playful, youthful encounter happening in your spread, Pisces. And that's that same energy that I keep getting from your readings in the past two readings I've done. There's fun, you're fun, you have cool, fun, lovely, magical friends. And that's coming up again in this reading. There's a freaking Pegasus here and sleeping with the lion. Maybe it's time to wake up because you've been asleep. Or you're in the dream world. I'm not sure. We'll find out. The future is justice. And this again goes with previous readings that I've seen for you, that you are not just playing. You're actually playing at transforming the world in a very beautiful way. Right now, Neptune is in Pisces. There's a lot of quit working, start playing kind of energy for all of us. But I believe that play can be quite serious, and that the inner children that are in us, our younger selves, know things and can envision things in ways that are really quite transformative and powerful. So let's look at this. On the bottom of the deck here, there is victory, the Six of Fire, as well as the King of Earth, the very structural, old school money king. He's coming through here as what is the adversary in this narrative, structural power. There is the High Priestess, who is your intuition, your magical ability to connect beyond the 3D, beyond the King of Earth, right? And we see this energy here, the Six of Fire, traveling by balloon. I always think of Peter Pan here. Six of Fire is rising above, integrity, victory, being recognized for that, but just really knowing yourself to stand out in your true self. We get the Ace of Earth, kind of, this is to me like a new beginning. There's quite a bit down here. Got a lot going on. Nine of Earth. I'll have to look at these again. I'm seeing patience or temperance. Holy mackerel. It just keeps going and going and going. There's like a whole story all the way down. Yeah, okay. We'll come back. Cool. We'll come back. No problem. But it seems really distracting to go to the bottom of the deck in any more depth at the moment. Okay. Let's deal with this initial spread. We'll clarify it. We're going to go to clarify with the Wild Unknown Tarot and see what's happening here with you beyond what I keep seeing for you. This really fun revolution. That's what I feel like you're bringing us. But you're being told to either wake up from this, you're releasing this love. It really makes me think of the Strength card, actually, because in the Strength card, a woman uses her gentleness and her love to calm the beast. The lion, it's a lion. She puts her hands into the lion. And here we see them asleep, like lovers. So releasing this, what does that mean? Let's see. Oh my God, you have so much under the deck. Wild. Mother of Pentacles. I saw her under the deck too. She knows her worth. Very supportive, nurturing, receptive. Very much about security. The 3D. I actually see how that fawn and the woman in both images are lying snuggled up in that same way on the larger animal. Then we get the Father of Pentacles. This really looks like a relationship, my friend. Very 3D, security-based, abundance-based relationship. And what about it? Nine of Swords. There's anxiety here. Insomnia, anxiety. It's so weird because, like, okay, they're asleep, right? But in reality, there's a waking. This is the Nine of Swords. It's anxiety. It's exactly what it looks like. Yuck, horror. There's horror here somehow in the midst of this security. Wow. That's what you need to release. It looks very sleepy and then stable and then wake up. It's almost like the Nine of Swords here is coming in as like, wake up. This is what's really going on here. It looks, I keep getting these messages that are about white supremacy and heteropatriarchy and like structural power, and it looks like the American dream, but it's a horror. I keep getting this. And then the advice to Leo, got this too. The advice is like, you have to deal with your discomfort of giving up this. You have to give up this sweet, secure comfort for facing this horror. And so then you embrace a Page of Earth, a very new, still very 3D start. Just a little idea. It's like another world. And looking where this page is beckoning you into the woods away from the city, into the wild, into the magical fairyland, towards Earth, away from this horror. We'll see. Got to carry the message that comes. It's not about, I'm just doing this because it's fun. It feels really cool to encounter energy like this. But like, I have very few subscribers, so it's very specifically to you who watch this. Like, how many Pisces watch this even? Or Pisces cross watchers? Okay, so there is a strike of lightning, a communication, action, 8 of Wands. Look at that rainbow lightning. I think it's interesting that the Father of Wands here has the rainbow antlers that kind of are like this lightning, this color. There's some kind of awareness that the Father of Pentacles has, and so does the Mother of Pentacles. Like, the background of her little security is all of this color. It's not the full spectrum that she's looking at, but okay. So secondly, a Daughter of Cups, another young energy, another rainbow child, embracing this. This is your embrace. There's some kind of truth coming from this Daughter of Cups. And she's just like, a young emotional appeal beginning on a 2 of Cups. Coming through here as the equality. Like, sometimes the 2 of Cups is about justice. Like, we all have there's enough for everyone somehow. You have this and I have the same thing. It's match, equality here. Equality, and the roses represent red, love, but also willpower. So they're both about love, but also about will, to exert your will, to bring about this. We all have the same. So quite a transformation from this horror, whatever it is. I teach about the history of white supremacy, and the fact is, like, that stable marriage is the foundation in the history of this country, of all of the structures of this society. And yes, among them are violent institutions that result in lynch mobs, because the Father of Pentacles has to protect the mother from the phantom rapist, right? That he's required and allowed to commit violence against the imagined violence. So that's this 9 of Swords here. To me, this is a triangle. It's been called the lynching paradigm. And it is a fundamental to our notions of romantic love. And here we're having young people are bringing us a new way of thinking about love. And this is really happening with queer trans kids, that they're causing us to rethink our notions of binarism, the sort of ideals of love. They're calling us really back to the uncatalogued, unlabeled. Even though young people seem to me from my queer generation, like, we're just queer. It's like, don't label me. Don't ask me what my pronouns are. And young people are like, what are your pronouns? And that's more millennial. And I think that this Gen Z is, and I have a beautiful trans girl in my life who is teaching me so much. There's just like, be whatever you are. I really relate to that, to Gen Z as a Gen X queer person. And there's absolutely a relationship between the critique of white supremacy and the queer rainbow child critique that here we are, it's June, it's Pride Month. So that's coming through as embrace that and listen to young people. If you're not one of these pages, one of these young people that are just transforming our world by their very existence, then listen to them. Let them change you. Let them be like this into the darkness, this bolt of rainbow lightning. Listen to them. Follow them. Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. So you're revisiting some idea of truth here. It could be, for me, the truth is not negative. It is not comfortable always, but I'm just reading Queering the Tarot by Cassandra Snow, and she talks about the Ace of Air as like bad news, and that's not how I interpret it. But I would bring that up because, you read things for a reason. So the Ace of Air is something that you think is true, and you get to relook at that. For sure. Yeah. It feels related to this Eight of Wands, like because the truth comes in like that lightning bolt. It comes in through a message, or that's a basis for action too. But let's see. Let's see, Pisces. The Daughter of Pentacles. Another daughter page. This is your page of Earth. Here she is. The little fawn has grown up and left the Mother of Pentacles side. There she is under the rainbow. Just that beautiful new beginning. So perhaps she is the source of this truth. It's about home. It's about security. This is the Nine of Pentacles. This is a very solitary sense of you've got it all covered. You've got a beautiful little solitary home that you've made through your own work in the 3D world. And yeah, there's the truth. There's that rainbow sword now that represents truth. Here we have the Father of Swords. He is the philosopher king. He has deep, dark wisdom that comes of experience, right? Much like the Father of Pentacles. So, without being patriarchal in our analysis here, like we're seeing two figures with the rainbow antlers, and then we have the rainbow sword. Both, I think of them as being used in battle, right? Like the buck goes and fights the other buck with his antlers, and the Father of Swords would use his sword in battle against another warrior. And they've turned rainbow. They're rainbow here. So what does that mean to you? That beautiful color. The truth is learned in the battlefield. I always think the people who have been to war know they would be, the people to listen to who are against war, like veterans. Some of us have been to other kinds of wars, right? Sometimes your experience of living in heteropatriarchy or white supremacy or both is a battle, and from that battle comes truth. And again, I see that the security of the Nine of Pentacles here is what is being challenged by these young voices and by this battle seasoned Father of Swords who has learned something about the way things really are. Maybe you're the Father of Swords. That's an Aquarian card. Father of Pentacles would be a Taurus, in case you care. I don't bring it up because this is a Pisces reading. But yeah. So there's a truth that's being revisited. It has to do with security. It's a solitary security. So I'm thinking, since we're relooking, or really releasing this old idea of love and structure of the family, so then we have like a relook at the sort of individualism of how we have organized ourselves in this society. It's just getting quite very like philosophical. You can handle it, Pisces. You're the oldest sign in the zodiac, and you are like, I think there's something about Pisces and the Father of Swords, like, yeah, you've been through it, you've seen it. I always think of this great horned owl that I saw, who I imagine flew from the California fires, just sitting out here in the Flagstaff woods, just exhausted, blinking at me from a very low branch, very close, last summer this time of year. That was one tired, wise owl. Okay, we're going to clarify the Fool. This is what the tarot wants you to know. Again, it's young energy. It's very much being called here. The Fool is also, like, people look at the Fool and they're like, you're crazy. You know, you shouldn't do that. You're going to get hurt. And so the young people, and you have this thing in your readings that comes up in my readings for you, Pisces, that you are young at heart. And I don't mean that you're immature, but you know how to play and have fun in your activism. You might be like the old Father of Swords with the Fool, but you play well with these young energies of the Daughter of Cups and the Page of Earth. You play very well with them, and this is the underlying energy here. With the Fool, we see resistance. We see the light in the darkness, integrity. Seven of Wands. It's a card of resistance. Absolutely. A new way being shown. A new perspective. The Hanged Man. In the darkness, the bat is hanging out. Boy, that's quite the darkness that is spiraling back there. Hangman is just, you have to stay there until you see it the way that you would see it if you were hanging upside down, from a totally new perspective. And the Moon. There is a great deal that is unknown. This is the hidden influences. The darkness of the Moon journey, too. There's a lot of lighting up the darkness, getting a new perspective on that. And the Moon journey is one I, as a Scorpio, strongly encourage. You know, look where you haven't looked. Look to the places that frighten you. Shed light in them. And if young people are carrying a message that frightens you, if you're, your Mother of Pentacles, Father of Pentacles, there's a challenge to security here. The building block of American society, the family, is challenged by young, queer, anti-racist, decolonizing people. These fools, right? They seem foolish. What's going to happen after this? Well, the cards say justice will come after this. The cards say embrace this equality of the Two of Cups. So, we all have this one cup, one rose. So the cards say justice comes. So victory comes. Victory over oh my gosh, that's right. There's like a bajillion cards at the bottom of this deck here. I see it's all coming actually out here as well. But so let's see. What is this future of justice about? This Fool is playing a song in the darkness. It's like almost like the Pied Piper to lead us forth into this magical world, or the Page of Earth, like a new beginning. It's very real. It's very real. I suspect they have a vision. And it's just like, the cards are just like, trust. It's going to be beautiful. Okay, justice. You get this almost every reading, Pisces. The secretive little foxy Seven of Swords. And I never mind it for you. It's a mysterious quality. It's again like, I'm not telling you, just come without knowing. The Son of Wands, another young energy. This is the Knight of Wands, a very passionate, the snake here, look at that energy, that radical, creative, physical willpower of the Son of Wands, like a very fast energy. And there is a vision. It's a beautiful vision of justice that is coming in. This is the Three of Wands. Your ships are coming in. This is happening in the future. What's the only problem is that there's a bunch of people, these Mother and Father of Pentacles, invested in the old way, and you might be one of them. It might be really easy for you to release that. It is for me, for this rainbow vision, and I don't even know what it is. I just know it needs to not be that. It needs to not be this. But those people are being told in reading after reading that I'm doing, and who watches my readings? Not very many people. So hopefully the message is coming from elsewhere. To just trust the little foxy's secret plan for the future it's beautiful, and it's actually coming quite fast, and it is just, and there's that sword that we see, the truth coming in. Yeah, and you can see here the scales are not yet balanced in the future. This is still coming in the future that these cards are able to show here. That's why the moon, the unknown, that has to be looked at. Whatever it is that is preventing you from embracing these young people's rainbow vision, that's the advice of this reading. Look at that. Come to terms with it, your fear. Here's the High Priestess at the bottom. That just means listen, trust. There's a lot unknown. There's a lot secret for a reason. She came up over here too, right? Victory over the Father of Pentacles or the King of Earth, the old way. There's a High Priestess. There she is. There's some secret, mysterious thing. I always feel, Pisces, that you are in on it. You're in on it. There's a lot of power underneath the deck here. There are kings. There are pentacles. There's a need for patience. And there is change coming. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Discontent. Oh my goodness. Queen of Earth. Emperor. End of the world. As we know it. All of that is coming with wish fulfillment. Nine of Water. I can't even show you all the cards. There are all these big players. And on the table, there's all these little players. Young players. So what I get from that is the barrier is in the people who are old, people who represent and benefit from and hold all of this structural power, the kings and queens and the emperor. You, Pisces, play with these young energies, these secret plans, these transformative visions quite well from what I have seen. So I don't know, I find your readings like very thrilling. I feel hope for my planet when I do Pisces readings. And yay, I'm glad to read this story for you. I hope you have a fun revolution. Okay, all right, have a beautiful day.